them, I whipped out the financial calculator and I showed them, you could end up making 1.6 million on this house.
And we are live. Mic check, mic check, mic check. I should probably do that early. I think we're live. Yeah, we are. Cool. What's up, guys? Today is Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? March 18th. I'm sitting here with Josh Dees, a good friend, good member of REIF community. If you guys aren't a part of it yet, join Discord below. Join the community. We're actually in the middle of our call event out there, and I pulled Josh in. We're going to go over some live calls. We're going to call some marketplace deals. One thing I wanted to talk about before we actually get into it. Last week, we did the same thing. These are very difficult to do live, obviously, because I'm sitting here, I'm burning through money, and I'm trying to get people on the phone. What I want to shatter right away is the thought that deals get locked up right on the first touch. They don't, okay? Last Tuesday, I paid for a lead. It was in Krugerville. You can go back and watch the video. Josh actually went on the appointment yesterday. So it took us in a week to actually get out there, talk about the appointment. We were just discussing it between me and him, but how'd the lead go?
Yeah, so the lead went well. Got to meet them in person, and it turned out that there was a lot of things that I wouldn't have known if I would have never gone on the appointment. So
you said your offer was $100,000 less, right? Yeah,
their valuation of what they thought their property was actually like $100,000 over what it truly is, because I ran comps before I went out there. I had my wife run comps on the way out there, and we came up with a valuation of $325 to $350 tops. And the number that they came up with, I got there, we walked around, they gave me the grand tour of the house, and they pointed out everything they have done to the house since owning it. That they've dumped all this money in, and they've remodeled the bathrooms and the kitchen, and they moved these walls, and they're wanting to sell for $450,000. So that, in and of itself, was going to be a real hard one to kind of walk back, because they've already they're pointed out everything that they've spent money on, and it's really hard for people to let go of that.
So were they maintaining the property, or were they value add?
They completely flipped their own house.
Okay.
So I told them that in order for this to make sense and you to get the most out of this house, the real play here is to look at creative financing and selling this on terms. And I showed them with a financial calculator how they could actually end up selling this house for 3 times more than their top dollar valuation. And they really were into that, mainly for 2 reasons. Number 1 was because they would get way more money, and number 2 was because of their motivation. Their motivation is to move out of that house, go buy an RV that they've already put a deposit down on, and kind of travel around. So I showed them how they could essentially make more than $1.2 million on this house if they sold it creatively, $45,000 in their pocket at closing, and essentially they can travel the world in their country in their RV, and every month on the first of the month they're going to have a few $1,000 check waiting in the mailbox for them. That mailbox money. So they really loved it.
What I wanted to, again, just starting off, was touching base on these don't happen. You're not locking them up instantly, all right? Anybody that is telling you otherwise is lying to you, all right? So keep everything that we're going to be doing today with a grain of salt. We're going to have to work. Every lead that we pay for today, we're going to be working hard in our system with follow-up. We're texting them. We're calling them. We're emailing them. We're ringless voicemailing them, all right? We're dropping voicemails in their mailbox, all right? We are constantly touching these leads until we get in front of them, all right? So if you're not doing it, you need to step up your game, okay? Make sure you have the right cadences set in stone, all right, for your business before you start spending money on leads, all right? So everybody that wants to get into real estate, start spending money on leads, but they're not doing the follow-up correctly. You're just wasting money, all right? So make sure you're doing your follow-up. I think that's good enough on our opening rant. I will, hold on one second, let's pull up the screen in front of us here. So what am I showing? I am just showing Lead Zolo's marketplace, okay? This, I have it filtered to Texas. I didn't filter anything else, all right? So right now, I'm actually excited because there's only off-market leads, okay? Lead Zolo offers quite a few different types of leads. Off-market, residential off-market is everything that we love, okay? They also have home light, I think they are, or other types of leads.
They have leads that are on market as well.
On-market residential leads. Those aren't for us, okay? Those are for a different avatar. So a lot of times people getting into real estate, if you're looking for wholesale deals and stuff like that, those $75 leads, is that the actual lead that you want, right? No, typically not. Those might be better for a realtor or somebody that's doing a different type of deal. They could be, don't get me wrong, but with a grain of salt. All right, so where do we want to start off today? Let me pick up a Hunt County for $85. I'm going to buy that.
I think that if somebody was doing like agent outreach, maybe on market.
Does your phone ring?
Sometimes.
Let me know if it rings. We can just use mine.
Lead connect. Press 1 to connect with the lead.
And I'll stay quiet for you.
Please wait while we connect the call to a second person.
So is it calling the seller right now?
Mm-hmm.
Right over.
Where's Smith?
Lori. No answer.
So, oh shit. I'm showing the wrong stuff over here, guys. Working too many screens at once. Everything that we do, okay? We call them, we text them, we email them. They are in our system right now. They are getting hit with emails and texts. But I'm going to blast them right now. Actually, yeah. I'm going to blast them right now. That one I didn't leave a voicemail. We will call them back in a minute, though.
It didn't go to voicemail.
Yeah, it kind of rang out. Misspell her name on accident.
Lorrie.
Red Oak Drive. Red. Josh, when do you usually start comping properties and actually pulling up and doing homework on them?
I will start comping properties when I feel like there is a possibility that this will become a deal, and when it's actually becomes evident to me that this is a lead for sure, something that I want to take a look at. Up until that point, we're just having a conversation. I'm verifying that they did indeed fill out a form, that they do indeed want to sell, and that they are indeed looking for an offer.
So, all right, I'm not going to be texting anymore just because that took too much time for me to do on a call. So, Parker, $55. So if you're sitting here and if you're asking yourself, should I spend $75 on a home light lead or $55 on a residential off-market lead, spend the $55, all right?
Connect. Press 1 to connect with the lead. Please wait while we connect the call to a second person.
Let me know if you guys can hear the phone too.
Is it Joe?
Jason?
Jason.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Jason, it's Josh calling about your house on Quail Run. Give me a call back when you get this. Thanks.
If anybody has any questions, everything that we're doing right now, I'm clicking on a lead, I'm buying it from Lead Zolo. That lead is going instantly into my CRM, which is Resimply. Resimply is pinging out to my phone, calling me, saying, hey, you got a new lead, pick up your phone. I answer my phone, it's connecting me with the lead that I just purchased. So that is what's going on right now. Coffin, 55. I'm going to stay low. Maximize that spread. Paul.
Press 1 to connect with the lead. Please wait while we connect the call to a second person.
Oh, Buckhorn.
Buckthorn. And I will Google the address and pull it up, whether it's a Zillow page or Google Street View or whatever, when it starts ringing, just so I can...
Please leave your message for...
Please leave a message.
Hey, Paul, it's Josh calling about your house on Buckthorn in Forney. Give me a call back when you get this, please. Thanks.
The only thing I like doing, right, while I'm sitting here and because we were just doing it, is I like clicking on the street view and just doing a 360 of the street. Then anytime later on you can talk about it. If you're talking about the to the seller, be like, oh, I love the plants in the front, the steps, whatever, right? You can just kind of relate to the actual property. If it was this one next to it right here, right, you can talk about the shutters or something. But just allowing them to know that you know what property, what actual asset you're talking about goes a long way.
It does.
Next on the list, Hill County. Just going low. Monica.
Press 1 to connect with the lead.
That was my fault. I didn't press 1.
Hill County is north of Waco, south of Waxahachie. It's got Hillsboro as kind of the hub city in there. 35 goes right through it.
Which one was that?
Monaco.
That was it. Kilo.
Itasca. Interesting. You got a plant lady.
How many cats do you think?
More than 7, less than 20. It's Akia. Got the blinds, patio warmer in the yard. That's always good. Nice sitting
Which
area.
one? Monica. That's not the one. Add him to the drip. Add him to the drip. PPL, all right, just to talk leads, all right? How do you guys work them? How hard do you work them? If you're paying for a lead, get your money's worth. All of these people, we are going to be hitting nonstop for the next 48 hours, okay? Text, call, email, voicemail, just constantly reaching out to them, all right? If they don't follow back up to you within a week or so, all right, you have the option to get a refund if it's a bad lead, right? All of these, we want to make sure that they're good leads, all right? We're going to do our homework. We're going to make sure that Monica actually is on title or on tax, right? She's one of the owners, right? Or at least her last name matches up. She has something to do with the deal. People will get these, put them in their system, and then they're not going to work them. That's not gonna get you guys paid in the end of the day. All
The
right?
fortunes and the follow-up.
Kim. What?
Anahuac, Texas.
Connect. Press 1 to connect with the lead.
Don't forget to press 1.
Got it.
Please wait while we connect the call to a second person.
40927
What was her name?
8363
Kim.
is not available. The mailbox is full and do not accept any messages.
Oh, Kim doesn't check her voicemails or clean them out. She might respond to a text message though.
Hold on 1 second.
And then when we go back later and look at these, we'll also send her an email. For every lead that I contact, I like to call them, leave a voicemail, unless the voicemail is full, send a text message, and send an email. If they're local, I'll even go as far as to drive for dollars, essentially, to the property. But you want to open every door and go down every avenue that you can of contacting these people, because some people don't like talking on the phone, but they do like texting. Or some people love talking on the phone, they won't text. They won't send a text message. Some people don't like talking on the phone or texting, but they'll email you.
We've had so many leads come into our system. Every single one of them gets an email. Their initial email is saying, "Hey, hey, such and such, we've received your information for 123 Main Street. Somebody will be somebody will be with you momentarily. What are your goals for this property? Right? What are your goals for the transaction? What are your whatever? Right? It's just a single, quick opener question. Now, I will say there's maybe less than 5% out of every lead that comes into our system will ever reach out to that email. But there are still those few cases that somebody will reach back out only through the email, and that's the initial hook, right? That's the follow-up that you get them on the line for, and then you just start reeling them in from there. So never think that something is beneath you, right? Fire out an email, fire it out a phone call, fire out a text message. It's not too much, right? You're not bothering these people. okay? They need help. They asked for help. That's why they're a warm lead. Now, you do the job, you do the follow-up, you do the sales portion of it, and get it taken care of. I texted Julian, and I made sure that he's going to text all these people too, since I don't want to sit here and ignore everybody. Parker! Oh, shit.
Connect. Press 1 to connect with alert.
Timothy.
You think it goes by Tim?
The subscriber you are trying to reach is not available. Please leave your message after the tone.
Hey Tim, it's Josh calling about Briar Road. Give me a call back when you get this. Thanks.
Start understanding phones also. If you call it and it goes straight to voicemail, you can call it again and it'll actually kick through sometimes. I'm not telling you to do that. But.
Leston.
Coyote.
Press 1 to connect with alert.
Oh, fuck. 1. Fuck! I missed it. Too many things going on here. For the record, Leadzolo does not condone cursing.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey Leston, it's Josh calling about Coyote Trail. Give me a ring back when you get this. Thanks.
One of the things that we always talk about anytime we're doing the call days, do not sound like a business call, okay? Don't be like, hi, is Josh there? I'm with TNT Properties, and No, you have to call your uncle, right? Like, you're calling your aunt, your uncle, and it's a familiar feeling, okay? Josh, I gotta pull you over.
Oh, yeah.
Big head keeps going out of frame on it. Tom Green. I don't know where Tom Green is.
Where is Tom Green? This is the Tom Green Show.
Ah,
It's
San
not
Angelo.
the Green Tom Show.
Connect. Press 1 to connect with the...
Population of
Please
120,000.
wait while we connect the call to a second person.
Name?
That matters, right? Isabella.
Isabel.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. If you feel you have reached this record...
It happens.
Mm-hmm. And that's okay. Listen, I would rather that happen with an $80 Leadzolo lead than a $400 or $500 PPC lead, because those same things happen. Okay? So, there is no forgiveness in your own marketing. We talk about this all the time. Right now, that would have sucked if that was one of my PPC leads. Thankfully, it was an $80 PPL lead, or what was it, $120? I think I paid for that one.
San Patricio.
I'm going to refresh this real quick. All right, now we're down to 425. We burned through half so far,
Let's go.
which doesn't surprise me seeing how much we bought all of Texas.
San Patricio is probably by, yep, just out of Corpus Christi, just outside of Corpus Christi.
Lead connect. Press 1 to connect with the lead.
Name?
Please wait while we connect call to second person.
Lucy.
Esther? Time and place. Right now, lunchtime is the best time to be working leads. That's kind of on us. Maybe if we do this next month and I push it to 7 p.m. or 6 p.m., we get a lot more people picking up. Painful.
I would respectfully disagree. I think that people are they have their phones with them at lunchtime, and they're not going to be doing anything else. But you also have a valid point with evening time. I think most people are home from work, and it's a good time to call.
Well, I really wanted to get somebody on the goddamn phone. Florida.
Florida. Broward, Orange, St. Lucie. Try Broward. Oh, no, that's residential MLS. Damn, Marion's residential MLS too. Rachel?
Press
Raquel.
1 to connect with the lead.
Bro, if you say Raquel, I will climb under the table.
What am I saying, Rachel or Raquel?
Rachel.
Please wait while we connect the
I
call to
don't know.
second person.
Yeah, you scrolled all the way up. Jardine.
Please leave your message for 77236144101.
Hey Rachel, it's Josh calling about Northeast Jardine Road. Give me a call back when you get this, please. Thanks.
So, I just saw text messages coming in from Lucy.
What did she say?
She's free to chat.
Sweet.
Hello?
Hey Lucy.
Yes.
Hey Lucy, it's Josh. Free to chat about your house on Astor?
Yes.
Okay, did you fill out a form online for an offer for that house?
I don't think I may have. I can't remember.
Okay. What are you looking to do? Are you looking to sell it?
Yes, I'm looking to sell it. It's 2 lots. The house is on 1 lot. The next lot is empty.
Okay.
But it's all in 1 deed.
Got it. Do you know about how big the lots are?
I sure don't.
I don't have that information offhand. I do know that the tax property value, which probably doesn't matter to y'all, is $56,000. That's with the house on the property.
For that lot with the house on it?
No, for both lots and the house on it.
Got it. Both lots and the house, 56,000 cash, or 56,000
Yes.
valued.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. And so, what? Tell me about it. What do you have going on over there that's got you looking for options?
The thing is that I inherited it from my parents, and I've gotten married and I moved out of town, and the house right now has some tenants that are going to be vacating on April 16th.
It has tenants in it right now?
Yes, it does. I've already given them the eviction notice, and they'll be out on April 16th.
Oh wow, okay.
It's gotten to be a lot for me. With my job and then my married life and my grandkids, and I just don't have time to keep up with the property.
Yeah, understandable. How much do the tenants pay you to stay there?
They pay me $400 a month.
Okay. And so kind of giving them do you think that's at the value it should be for that area, or do you think that there's...
No, the man that rents his house next to me, which is a little rundown like my home, his tenants pay $1,200 a month.
Okay.
But because I was just trying to get somebody in there so I wouldn't, so I could accumulate money.
Uh-huh.
I went ahead and rented it out at $400 a month.
Okay.
Just to have money coming in.
Right.
But at this time, I'm just, I've spoken to my brothers and my sisters. I'm like, dude, I can't do this. I can't have my life, have a full-time job. I'm sorry?
Oh, sorry, nothing. I was talking to my partner right here. Go ahead. I'm just taking notes right now.
I can't keep up with my married life, my full-time job, and being a supervisor at my job and try to maintain the property. And I was like, I'm just going to try to sell it. They're like, that's fine.
Yeah. What do you do for a living? Like, what are you a supervisor at?
I'm a restaurant supervisor.
Oh, wow. Okay. Very cool. Are you like over like a territory with different locations?
No, I'm just over we have only one restaurant.
Okay.
These owners have one restaurant only, and I'm over the whole kitchen area.
Got it.
So I'm practically at my job 80 hours a week.
Yeah, for sure. How long have you been thinking about selling this thing?
My dad has been deceased going on 5 years.
Okay.
It's been almost 4 years that I've been up in the air about trying to sell it.
Right. Okay. And your dad was the owner?
He was the owner, but when he passed away, the house was automatically deed to myself.
Okay. Got it. And so, all things considered, when would you actually like to close on this and kind of move on to the next chapter?
Well, I know that there's tenants there, so I know there's not a lot that you can do right now, but after April 16th, I would really like to start the process.
After April 16th? Yeah, because they're moving out April 16th. We want to make sure that goes according to plan and that we don't hit any hiccups there.
Yes.
Is there, are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Okay. Anybody else kind of involved with this that might get upset if we're talking about it without necessarily including them in the conversation? Brother, sister?
No. It's the house. No, everybody. The house is mine. I just talked to my brothers and my sisters. What are your ideas, or what do you think about this?
Yeah.
But the decision is up to me.
Got it. Okay. Cool. I just don't want to leave anybody out if there's anybody else that we need to pull into the conversation. I don't want to hurt any feelings.
The decision is up to me.
Okay. And so the extra lot, is that behind the house?
Yes.
Okay. So you got the house and then the extra lot behind it.
Yes. The house is on one lot and then the other lot is empty.
And that other lot, does that go all the way to the next street, Gardenia, it looks like?
No, there's another empty lot next to that one that belongs to that house on Gardenia.
Okay. So do you know roughly where that lot ends? Would it be, go ahead, sorry.
It's Astor in Iowa, and if you're driving my whole lot, my 2 lots in like halfway down Iowa, halfway to Gardenia.
Got it. Do you know where that yellow sign is with like the slow kids are playing sign? Is that about
That's the end zone right there.
Got it. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well,
I take it you can see my house.
yeah, I'm just on Google Maps. I'm not like a scientist or a psychic or anything.
On that Google Map, sir, is there like a white shed there?
There is.
Can you see the shed? Okay, I had a question on that.
Okay.
I didn't know if we continue with the process, are y'all gonna want to include the shed, or should I separate the shed and sell that on my own?
Yeah, so quick question. Is it a shed or is it a back of a box truck?
It's a back of a box truck that my dad made into a shed. It has shelves and everything in there.
Okay, for sure. So the quick, easy answer is no, that would be personal property. That would be the same as a car or some kind of belonging. That's not actually part of the real estate.
Okay.
So y'all are free to take that and keep it and do with it as you please.
Okay.
Yep, we are only interested in the house and the dirt.
Okay.
How much are you looking to get for it when you do sell it?
Because the value is at 56, I know that I can't get that. I was looking in the range of maybe 32,000 to 37,000.
Okay. And is there any wiggle room on that, or is that you're gonna, pretty firm on that?
I don't want to go less than 30,000.
Got it. Okay. Well, in that case, I've basically got everything that I need. Did you have any questions for me?
I guess basically was like, how much do you think it's valued at right now, or what would you offer me?
Yeah, for sure. So that really depends on like what the valuation is, because it's different value for tax office, it's different value for somebody who's going to buy it, and then of course it's different value for you. Kind of like how they say there's 3 sides to every story. There's your side, my side, and the truth. That's kind of the same thing, is that you have a valuation in your mind, I have a valuation in my mind, and then of course like the government or the tax people have a valuation in their mind. But what I can do to get you that specific answer is because I've got my work cut out for me here, what I can do is run numbers on this. And is this the best number to call you back on?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll run I'll run my numbers on it, and I'll see the most that we can offer you up to the penny, and I'll call you back with that number, and then we'll sign documents, and you'll be able to be finished with this thing in April and move on to the next chapter.
Okay.
All right.
When can you give me those numbers? When will you be able to give me those numbers?
Can you give me? So I have a few options. I can leave you on hold while I run numbers on it. Give me like 15-30 minutes, or I can call you back after I get the numbers, whichever you want.
Oh, you can if you don't mind calling me back, because I am at work.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. So I would say, no more than an hour.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Looking forward to buying your house.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Boom, baby. How was that conversation, Nick?
That was a great conversation. It's going to come down to the numbers and the asset.
For sure.
That's about it.
But if you check it out, the MLS has an automated value of
I'm going to let you...
about 65 right here.
So,
65,000.
Hold on one second.
So on the low side, 45 to 85 is our
right
range.
here. So
yeah.
so 68,500 is what the
68,500.
AVM. What
Yeah.
is AVM?
AVM is, I don't know what it stands for.
It's their
algorithm.
yeah.
It's their Zestimate. It's their AI version of basically as is value. Given perfect market conditions, a willing seller and a willing buyer come together, they would probably buy it and sell it for 68.5. Considering you got 48.9 on the low end, 88.2 on the high end. So she said 32 to 37. She gave me a range. And then I just asked.
Only thing I didn't. The only time I wanted to speak up was to say what's that number, right? Like what's that number for? Like to ask her about it. Like if you had to come in at 27, is that a deal breaker? Like
Right.
why is 32 or right? Because I think she said 32.
Yeah, so she gave a range first of 32 to 37, and then I stress tested that. I asked her, is that firm? Can you negotiate? Then she gave me her rock bottom of 30,000.
Okay.
So I took that pressure off of you
Yep.
and put it onto her.
So no, I love that, right? Get me, you always find the bottom dollar, right?
Yep.
What is their bottom dollar? I always like to ask, like, what is that? Is that you paying off a mortgage? I'm walking away with 10, right? Like, just so you can understand.
And keep in mind here,
Yeah.
we're buying a house with an extra lot for 30K.
Because that wasn't, so is that on, obviously that's for
She said
another
it's
day.
it's all on one deed, but, and I don't know because this just says this,
Yeah,
and I
that
don't know
is-
that it is an extra lot. It's just a long lot. It's got 125 feet of frontage to Iowa Street.
Yeah.
So maybe they think it's an extra lot. Maybe it was an extra lot, and they got it replatted to just one long lot.
Not bad for a $70 lead.
Not bad at all.
Let's get. Hope we got 280 left, so we can burn through some.
Let's get another one.
I'm trying to understand where the hell everything is in Florida.
Is this one off market?
Yes.
What county?
Levy. Laura.
Lara.
Press 1 to connect with the lead.
Crystal River, Gainesville. Some of it touched the water.
Please wait while we connect the call to a second person.
Wilson.
Northeast 50th.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 97827369110 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Laura, it's Josh calling you back about Northeast 50th. Give me a ring when you get this. Thanks. I would venture to say it's okay to say calling you back because these are leads where people have filled out a form. So calling you back does, the phrase calling you back does apply.
Anything to get them to call you back, okay? One of my favorite ones is, hey Josh, give me a call back. I got some good news. What's the good news? Oh, I want to buy your house, right? I want to make you an offer. I want to make you a cash offer on your house. Anything to elicit that response back. So don't be scared to to A/B test things either. So have fun with it.
Man, these are all, well, Lee's not listed.
No. Broward. Let's talk to a rich person that's listed.
Let's go.
Oh my God, that lead.
Press 1 to connect with the lead.
What's the name?
Please wait while we connect the call to a second person.
MS. Awesome.
Beautiful. That's okay. It was like a $5 lead. I don't worry about that. Okay? Who the hell's crying over that?
What I would do is put in the address to Google, look up the listing, call the agent, introduce yourself, ask them if they have any other off-market properties or any pocket listings that you can make an offer on.
That was such a good fucking tidbit right there. If you're... Hold on. Let me finish this one.
Instant lead connect. Press 1 to connect with the list. Please wait while we connect the call to a second person.
Bob.
Hello?
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Bob, it's Josh. I'm calling about Redtail Boulevard. Is this still available?
Redtail, yes.
Yes, sir. 31754 Redtail Boulevard. Well, I'm wondering if y'all have gotten any offers on it already?
We have had an offer, but it fell through recently.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
I'm contemplating taking it off the market and maybe leasing it, but then I saw the ads online, just couldn't see what someone might be willing to pay cash for it. This is not a crack house. This is like a very nice golf course community house.
Understood. Yes, sir. I was not going to. I would never call this a crack house. If this is a crack house, then I'd like to start smoking crack. I'm just kidding.
There you go.
And you're the owner or you're the listing agent on this?
I'm the owner.
Okay.
It is listed, but the listing agent's about over, so I'm trying to decide whether I should, lease it for a couple of years or whatever.
Okay, for sure. Are y'all still living there? Or have you moved out already?
I still have furniture there, and I come back like once a month or so.
Okay.
But I've moved to North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
North Carolina and Crystal River.
Okay. Here's a question. Would you sell it fully furnished if the right offer came about?
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's not. Well, I think all the bedrooms. Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I probably would.
Okay. Cool. Is that the driveway? No, that's a community area. Okay, I was going to say that's a very dramatic driveway. Anyways, the home is really beautiful. I wanted to ask if you've received any offers that were more on the creative side, and if you were willing to get creative in order to get this one sold.
Well, first off, I don't know anything on it, so I'm not like dying to sell it.
Sure.
But if I got a good deal for it, so some investment person called me a couple weeks ago and offered me like $60,000 down to hold a mortgage for 5 years.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to doing something like that, but not at $60,000 down.
I was going to say 75.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention that. I mean, I have to have a couple $100,000 down before I would do anything like that.
Understood. The only thing I would say is I don't know if that is typical in that area of Florida. It might be. I'm sure that when properties sell and they have seller carryback terms like that, it might be that the buyer puts down a couple $100,000 or at least $100,000. Aside from that, when are you actually looking to get this thing closed and finish up in Florida so you can focus on North Carolina stuff?
Well, I'll never finish Florida. I have other homes there, so
Okay.
I'm gonna half year in Crystal River and half year in North Carolina.
Okay.
I have another home in Crystal River.
Okay.
So I mean, I'd like to sell it, but I'm just not gonna give it away. That's all I can say.
Absolutely. All right. So if we did do terms, what's the most attractive down payment you'd be comfortable giving me for it?
The best down payment, $200,000. I'm not gonna do anything less than that. It's not worth it to me. This is a golf course community. This is a nice place. I'm sure it will sell, pretty soon.
Okay. for sure.
Between the hurricanes and then holidays, and then I had a deal on it that fell through. So
If 200 is your lease for the owner finance route, what's your bottom dollar cash offer that you want?
Well, I really haven't given a whole bunch of thought, other than I know that I was not going to come down off of the price that I have now very much. So I have it at 760. So I mean, and then of course I would have a real estate fee on that, 5%. So I have to get my calculator out, but I don't know, somewhere in the probably the 740 range.
Okay. Above 7. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. You said 740, right?
Yes.
Okay. Absolutely. And so if we did, let's say your full asking of 760 with $200,000 down, that would leave 560 on a note, and you'd be looking at what kind of monthly payment on that would you be comfortable giving us?
Well, I mean, I'd have to, what interest rate that would be. I don't know. I'd like to say 5%.
I think that's fair. So probably about $3,000 a month to you as the lender.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
And
a
then
5-year balloon or something.
Sure. Yeah. 5-year balloon isn't unheard of, and I think that make that work. And so taxes and insurance, of course, would be passed through to us. You wouldn't have to worry about those. But so yeah, I mean, my only thing is I don't want to be the only guy on the block who's trying to come up with a 6-figure down payment if I don't have to. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're the boss. You make the rules. So what I'd like to do is look at this maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I think it's really the classical one of the least. There's houses in there
Bob.
that are about there's $2 million
Fucking
down.
Bob.
So it's really the classic, probably the one of the least expensive houses in the nicest subdivision, to be honest.
And Bob, that's not lost on me at all. I mean, this house is absolutely gorgeous, and I would love to see what I could do to come up with the $200,000 down to get that money in your pocket. I mean, I'm in love with the kitchen myself. I love the layout of the home. But what I'd like to do is, are you married, Bob?
Yes.
Okay. Is wife on the same page about selling this?
Oh yeah. I just started construction on a new house.
Oh wow.
Week, so
Okay.
We're definitely on the same page.
All right. Well, I mean, it looks like I've got my work cut out for me on this one. Do you have any questions for me before we hop off the phone here?
So what do you? I see this. What do you then try to sell it again? Is that what you're trying to do?
You're asking me if I buy it and then resell it?
Yeah. Is that the concept here? Or
Of course.
Would you buy it to try to rent as a rental, or what do you try to do?
Yeah, and so essentially the short answer to your question is yes. We're investors, so we approach every deal through the lens of how can I create a win-win-win situation here? Because my first hurdle here is that I've got to make sure that you're happy. And then I have to make sure that whoever I either resell or rent out to is also happy, that I'm not putting them in an awkward position. And then at the end of the day, I still have to make profit on everything that I do. So I do look through it through the filter of how can I make money on this deal? Yes.
My personal opinion is if you just held on to it for about 3 or 4 months, I think you can make a pretty good profit on it. And that's kind of why I thought honestly, I thought just take it off the market for a month, and then it'll be summertime. And
Yeah.
the house is literally 35 minutes from Disney World. I mean, it's
wow.
the new 429 expressway.
Yep.
It's really like the developing side of Orlando. If you ever looked at, I don't know where you're from, but if you look at Orlando years ago, you had I-4 come
Right.
to Orlando, right? And then they built the south side, the 417, and that took off and by the Orlando airport, and that developed that whole general area, the University of Central Florida and all that stuff. Now they have just like 6 months ago, completed the northern loop around it, and it's called the 429.
Mm-hmm.
The 429 is now gives people from Orlando access to the Mount Dora area, the Sorrento area, the uses of more of the country area.
Wow, yeah.
And there's a lot of development happening on that side now. Because with that road, you never have to go into Orlando to go to like Disney or Tampa. You can cut across, cut behind Orlando to go.
That's nice.
So it's going to be and then you're only in that house. You're an hour from Daytona.
Yep.
So it's very, very convenient.
It sounds good. One thing I did want to ask you, how much are the not the amenities, but like the HOA for this one, Redtail?
I have to get exactly from my wife, but
okay.
I think the country club membership and then the
right.
HOA, I think runs like $500 or $600 a month.
And I'm wondering, you said $500 to $600 a month? Is it mandatory? Is it mandatory to join the club, or are there people that live there that are not club members?
It's not mandatory to join the golf club.
Okay.
But it is. I think there is a mandatory social membership.
Sure.
So I think of that money I told you, I think like 150 of it is social membership, which gives you the gym and the pool and some other events they have.
Okay.
They have a gym there, pool and stuff. So.
For sure. How did you like the membership there?
I travel 364 days a year.
Oh wow.
So my wife is home, and she, of course, we didn't put a pool in in that house, because the community pool and stuff. So I have a golf cart, but I play golf once a year.
Okay. Well, any other questions for me before we get off the phone here?
Nope. If you have any ideas, let me know.
Okay. I did have one more other question for you. Is that do you have any other properties or other crack houses that you'd like to sell me on or get an offer on, especially ones that look like this?
Well, I don't have crack houses, but I do have other rental homes in Ocala, Florida. But I don't want to sell too much in 1 year.
Yeah.
Because for capital gains reasons, I guess. But
okay.
I do have two other homes in Ocala that are paid off also.
In Ocala?
Ocala's about 60 miles north of there.
Okay. If you wanted to, I could run numbers on those as well, or we could just do this one bite at a time.
Well, can you drop me an email? And because I got some can you drop me an email and I'll send you back those addresses?
I sure can. I'll send that off right when we hang up the phone here.
My email address? Okay.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because I got to look them up.
Yeah. What's the best email for you typically?
Bob.Crowley, bob.crowley at Qualis.
Qualis Corp. QUA.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
Awesome. All right, Bob. Well,
your name again?
My name is Josh. Josh Dees.
Josh. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes,
all
sir.
right, Josh. Thank you, bud.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Have a good one. Talk to you soon.
Okay, so many takeaways. Right off the bat,
That is a fantastic looking crack house.
we just paid what, $8 for that lead?
Yep.
Why wouldn't you spend that money on that? Just because the agent doesn't. I have so many issues with agents right now because they don't understand sales. They don't understand negotiation. They don't understand sellers' needs and wants and actually getting things done, right? They're just lazy creatures and they only want to text. We were actually able to break down what this guy needs, what this guy wants. You were able to find out that he has other properties. Now, is he ready to sell them right now? Probably not, because of tax, capital gains, stuff like that. You can cross all those barriers off later on. You can keep them on follow-up and say, hey, listen, we got Red Trail taken care of. How about the next ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are different ways. If you're worried about capital gains, well, 1031 it, right? There's different things that you can do, Bob. Right out of the gate, you found out what the story was. You found out his price, timeline, and then deal killers. At the end, you're asking about the wife. Or is she on title? Is she, you were trying to find out those things.
Yeah.
And I understood why you were asking the question.
Yeah, I want to find out about that. Will I always ask it on the first call? Sometimes. Yeah, probably, because I want to know if there's your number one deal killer. The number one thing that's going to prevent you from doing business with most people is what's called an influencer. And that's going to be spouse, family member, roommate, someone else who is very close to them and is like, this isn't a good deal. You shouldn't do that. So what you want to do is you want to grab them and loop them into the conversation as well, so that you're talking not only to your person, but also their influencer, because that's the number one thing that's going to mess your deal up. So I like to get that out in the open. If we're going to have a problem, let's have a problem up front.
We had one. Tony and I have been talking with Vince, community member. He's speaking with an elderly gentleman. His kids no longer want to be a part of the family business, so now he's looking to liquidate all of his rentals. He's got a plethora of rentals that he wants to offload. The deal killer, quote unquote, the third party in that ear, is his CPA. Right. So how do we avoid? Like, how do we do? Get on the phone with your CPA and us, and let's actually sit down. And that's what we're waiting on doing, is lining up a call with this guy's manager of money and saying, hey, listen, we're here. We're gonna help this guy. What's the best avenue for him? What's the best avenue for us? How do we make this deal work?
Absolutely.
I really enjoyed that. I'm gonna end this on a high note. We burned through less than $1,000. Okay, we've had great conversations. The ones we had. Okay, I'm still going to take everything that we took, everything that we paid for. We're gonna wring this shit out of. I'm gonna call him. I have Julian texting him right now. I'm not doing it on camera because it's not entertaining. But we're following up. We're going to get these people on the phone, and then we're going to figure out if they actually want to sell. If they want to sell at a price that works for us, okay? If there's anybody out there that needs help with anything, click the link below, join the Discord. LeadZolo is an amazing PPL provider, okay? You guys don't have to be spending $400 for a lead. Go on their marketplace, fund your account with pennies, quote-unquote pennies, but you don't have to have a $30,000 monthly budget to actually start locking up deals. All right? Spend money, stay consistent with the follow-up, and make sure you're solving problems. If there's any way we can help, click the link below, reach out. Till then, keep crushing it. Peace. Hey, actually, Thursday, before I forget on anything, this Thursday in our office is our monthly mastermind. Come out. It's on Eventbrite. Search REIAF DFW Dallas. I don't know if I put in the link or not, but it's always a good time. It's in the link. See you guys then. Keep crushing it. Peace.